What is up, everybody? This is Chris with Hobby Legends, and we are ripping some WWE, another wrestler break. This is 2024 Panini Select, and it is a full case rip. Thanks, everybody, for joining us, and let's get to ripping. All right, our 12 boxes of fun have been ripped open. Let's get to it, everybody. All right, we are off and away. John Cena on the select, and then turbocharged for Trish Stratus. And our first numbered card is going to Mankind on the purple. And for Mankind, he is 5 of 99. So our first hit is going to one of Mick Foley's personality. Karrion Kross on the refractor. And then Tama Tonga to finish off our pack. Ooh, and we got our first patch card. It is Braun Breaker on the swatch. And for Braun Breaker, he is 12 of 49 on the Blue Sparks swatch. Followed by the Honky Tonk Man on the refractor. See if we can find another big Honky Tonk Man. We did pull his 1 of 1 in a previous break. Bobby Lashley on the turbocharged. And then we're going to have red. It is going to Carmen Petrovich on the red rookie. And for Carmen, she is 59 of 175. Ooh, and we got our first autograph. It's going to be a redemption. Who is it going to be? It's going to be a ringside action signature. Going to Oba Femi. So our first spot to see some ink today is the Oba Femi spot on the ringside action signatures. And refractor for Blair Davenport. Oh, did I? My apologies, Mr. Sir. Nikita Lyons on the Sensations. And then Dakota Kai to finish off her pack. Yeah, he had it so, the writing was so small in the car, I thought it was Honky Tonk Man. And new for Lyra Valkyria. And in the back, we're going to have Theodore Long on the blue. And for Theodore, he is 43 of 199. Carmelo Hayes. And then die cut behind him is going to the Jimmy Garvin spot on the die cut. You know, it definitely does. That's why, like, when I saw all the writing, I was like, oh, yeah, that's the Honky Tonk Man. But thank you for that, Mr. Sir. Ooh, and we do have another autograph. It is going to Jada Parker on the ink. Not numbered on the Jada Parker autograph. That is our next spot to strike with an auto. And then Charlotte Flair on the refractor. Turbocharged for Tonga Loa. And then we're going to have gold right behind him, and that is going to Nakamura on the gold. So very nice. Our first super low numbered action. And for Nakamura, he is 9 of 10 on the gold. So very cool to find gold in our very first first box, I should say. Dragon Lee on the Sensations. And then Diesel on the Refractor. Roxanne Perez on the and new. And then JD McDonough to end our pack. Followed by one of the spacers. First time we found the spacer so far today. And that brings us to box number 2. Finn Balor on the Refractor. And then Asuka to finish off our pack. And we have another swatch. This one is going to Thea Hall. Not numbered on the Spark swatch for Thea. And in the back of the pack, we're going to have Roman Reigns on the Refractor. Kevin Owens on the Turbocharge. And numbered action behind him is going to Tiffany Stratton. And for Tiffany, she is 52 of 249. And there's our third auto of the break. It is going to Nikki Cross on the red auto. And for Nikki, she is 67 of 99 on the ink. Followed by Rey Mysterio on the Refractor. Randy Orton. And then Undertaker to finish off our pack. Charlotte Flair on the Turbocharged. And red behind her is going to Bruno Sammartino. That is an old school wrestler there with Bruno. And he is 122 of 149. Lola Vice on the Sensations. And die cut behind her is going to Angelo Dawkins on the die cut. Ooh, we got another autograph, and I think it's going to be an old school wrestler. It sure is. It is Iron Sheik on the ink. So congrats to the Iron Sheik spot, and he is 78 of 99 on the red auto. And then Ciampa on the Refractor. Eddie Guerrero on the and new. Ooh, very nice. Bret the Hitman Hart. Very cool. And for the Hitman, he is 5 of 25. Very nice for the best there ever was. Drew McIntyre. And Refractor behind him is going to Wes Lee. Kerry Sane on the turbocharged. Followed by Bobby the Brain Heenan to end our pack. And then one of the spacers. Cora Jade on the Sensations. And behind her, we're going to have Wes Lee. And for Wes Lee, he is 23 of 25. So very nice hit for the Lee spot. And that'll do it for box number 2. And we have another auto coming up. And who is our ink going to? It is going to Elton Prince on the autograph. Not numbered on the Elton Prince ink. And behind him, we're going to have Ultimate Warrior on the refractor. AJ Styles. And then Maxine Dupree to finish off our pack. Going to lead off with Rob Van Dam. Roman Reigns on the turbocharged. And numbered action behind him. Ultimate Warrior again in the back of the pack, but this time on some numbered action. And for Ultimate Warrior, he is 158 of 199. Damian Priest. And then Bray Wyatt on the die cut. And we do have another auto coming up. And, oh, nice. Another old school wrestler. It is Stacy Keibler on the ink. Not numbered on the Stacy Keibler auto. And behind her is going to be Alexa Bliss on the refractor. Undertaker on the turbocharged. Ooh, and we're going to have green behind Undertaker, so some low numbered action. Going to Maxine Dupree on the green. So very, very nice for the Dupree spot. And she is 55 of 75 on the green. Roxanne Perez on the Sensations. Followed by Rhea Ripley on the refractor. And there's a couple big Ripley fans here in the office. Ultimate Warrior on the and new. And then Tori Wilson to finish off our pack. Kurt Angle on the refractor. And numbered action behind Kurt is going to Solo Sikoa. And for Sikoa, he is 242 of 249. Turbocharged for Bray Wyatt. And then Norman Smiley to finish off our pack. And we're going to have another swatch. And this one is going to Ivar on the swatch. Not numbered on this one. And refractor in the back is going to Katana Chance. Carmelo Hayes on the Sensations. And, ooh, we're going to get a white. Going to Thea Hall on the white. So very nice on the shorter printed card. And for Thea, she is 67 of 125. And that brings us to box number 4. Sensations for Lola Vice. And die cut is going to Katana Chance. Ooh, we got another redemption auto. All right, our redemption. It should just be a base auto. Go into the Charlotte Flair spot on the base ink. So very nice. Congrats to the Charlotte Flair spot. And then Elton Prince on the refractor. Eddie Guerrero on new. And behind Eddie, we're going to have red. And it is going to CM Punk on the red. A little Punk action there. And he is 60 of 175. Ooh, Sami Zayn on the new Color Blast. And for Sammy, he is 6 of 25. So very, very nice. Some more low-numbered action. And then almost on the refractor. Drew McIntyre. And going to finish our pack with Ciampa. Yeah, it's not talking about in this break. Yeah, he saw it in a different break.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
Oh, someone on eBay Live just mentioned that they saw the Rock and Stone Cold auto get pulled. Carol Sane on the turbocharge. Ooh, and then we're going to have a zebra. Very nice. Going to Roman Reigns on the zebra short print. Nice hit for the rain spot. Finn Balor on the refractor. And going to end the pack with Rhea Ripley. So a little Ripley action there. And another swatch. This one is going to Tommaso Ciampa on the blue swatch. And for Ciampa, he is 10 of 49. And then Cowboy Bob Orton on the refractor to finish off our pack. Kevin Owens on the turbocharge. Followed by Tori Wilson on the numbered action. And for Tori, she is 152 of 249. Ooh, and we got some ink coming up. And it is going to Mr. Stone on the auto. So Mr. Stone is our next spot to strike with some ink. And he is 5 of 25. So very nice. Congrats to the Stone spot. And Carl Anderson on the refractor. Or silver. Randy Orton. And to finish off our pack, we have Thea Hale once again. Turbocharged for Charlotte Flair. Ooh, and behind her, we're going to have the $1 Million Man on the purple. I do remember him. He is 73 of 99 on the purple. And that brings us to box number 5. AJ Styles on the selective swatches. And for AJ, not numbered on the swatch. Followed by Theodore Long on the refractor. Valkyria on the sensations. And numbered action behind her is going to a gigantic dude, the Great Khali on the blue. 47 of 249. Asuka on the refractor. And red behind her is going to the American Badass Undertaker on the red. And for Taker, he is number 1 on the print. 1 of 75 on the red. And we do have another redemption. We're going to have to use Farouk for our redemption. It's going to be a Signatures Blue Prism. Very nice. Going to AJ Styles. So we just saw him on a swatch, and now AJ is getting some ink. Congrats to the Styles spot. And then Jimmy Garvin on the refractor. Scarlet on the turbocharged. And then nice Hulk Hogan to finish off our pack. Rob Van Dam on the and new. Followed by Carmen Petrovich to finish off our pack. The Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels on the turbocharged. And then Gene Okerlund to finish off our pack. Bailey. And I think behind Bailey, we're going to have orange. And it is going to Ivy Nile on the orange. And for Ivy, she is 46 of 49. Tonga. And purple is going to Paul Bearer. And for Paul, he is 85 of 99. Jade Cargill on the turbocharged. And die cut behind her is going to Farouk. Ooh, we got another auto coming up. And our ink is going to Jimmy Garvin on the autograph. And for Jimmy, he is 37 of 99. And Becky Lynch on the refractor to finish off her pack. Ooh, our next spot to get some numbered action is Triple H. And for Hunter Hearst Helmsley, he is 23 of 49 on the blue. Followed by Lex Luger on the refractor. And that brings us to box number 6. Carmelo Hayes on the Sensations. And then Rob Van Dam on the die cut. And I liked me some Rob Van Dam. He was very, very good. Roxanne Perez on the Sensations. And then Superstar Billy Graham to finish off our pack. Ooh, we got a selective swatches coming up. And that is going to Big E on the blue selective swatches. And for Big E, he is 48 of 49 on the blue selective swatches. Followed by a man you can't see, it is John Cena on the silver. Ultimate Warrior on the and new. And green behind him is going to AJ Styles. So AJ is having a heck of a break. Autograph, swatch, and now some numbered action. 40 of 75 for AJ Styles. And we have another autograph coming up. And that is going to Dexter Loomis on the red auto. And for Dexter, not numbered on the ink. Followed by Alexis King on the silver. Kurt Angle on the silver. And then Ricky the Dragon Steamboat to finish off our pack. Hey, what's up, Timmy? Yeah, we have found ourselves into some WWE. We stepped into the ring and are ripping some wrestling. Turbocharged for Bray Wyatt. And then another white. It is going to Oba Femi on the white. So Oba's doing pretty good too. We did see an auto form earlier. And our autograph is going to The Miz on the Selective Swatches ink. Nice hit for the Miz spot. And he is 21 of 99 on the Selective Swatches autograph. Followed by Jimmy Hart on the silver. Bailey on the and new. And numbered action behind her is going to Bubba Ray Dudley. So one half of the Dudley boys here. And for Bubba Ray, he is 117 of 249. Lita on the silver. Followed by Bret the Hitman Hart. Trish Stratus on the Turbocharged. And then Batista to finish off our pack. And final pack here of box 6 will take us to the halfway point of the break. Ooh, very nice hit for the Triple H spot on the short print. That is a cool image there. Very nice. Congrats to the Triple H spot. Followed by Karrion Kross. And going to end our pack with a red for Kairi Sane. And she is 122 of 149 on the red. Oh man, box 6 ended with a bang. All right, box 7, what do you got for us? Oba Femi on the and new. Followed by Pole Bearer to end our pack. And every time I see his card, I could like hear his voice. Oh, we got another swatch. That is going to Gunther on the swatch. And for Gunther, he is 26 of 99 on the Sparks Red swatch. And Solo Sikoa to end our pack. Ooh, nice. Stone Cold Steve Austin on the silver. Ooh, very cool. Two guys from the same era. It is Heartbreak Kid Shawn Michaels. Very, very nice on another short print. So that's pretty cool. And for Shawn Michaels, he is 6 of 25. And we do have another autograph coming up. And it is going to Andre Chase on the ink. So first time we've seen Andre today, and he's finding an auto. 94 of 99 for Andre. Followed by Liv Morgan on the silver. Roman Reigns on the turbocharged. And silver going to LA Knight. Hulk Hogan on the turbocharged. And one of his trademark poses of ripping the shirt. And Ariana Grace to finish off our pack. Tiffany Stratton on the Sensations. And very cool, some numbered action for John Cena. And for John, he is 232 of 249. Braun Breaker on the Sensations. And numbered action behind him is going to Chelsea Green. And for Chelsea, she is 172 of 199. And new Triple H. And our die cut is going to Tatanka. Ooh, we do have an autograph behind the Boogeyman. And that is going to Bronco Nima on the ink. Not numbered on the Bronco Nima auto. Followed by Damian Priest on the silver. AJ Styles. And another white border card. It is going to the British Bulldog. Damian Priest on the silver. And then I'm going to end our pack with Stone Cold Steve Austin. And that brings us to box number 7. Cora Jade on the Sensations. Followed by Superstar Billy Graham to end our pack. And we have another swatch. This is going to Wes Lee on the swatch. So Wes Lee, another spot doing very well. We did see some ink for him earlier. And now getting the red swatch. And he is 86 of 99. Followed by Otis on the silver. Liv Morgan on the and new. And very cool, numbered action behind her is Rocky Johnson. And for Rocky, he's 194 of 199. Ooh, red turbocharge for Braun Breaker. And for Braun, he is 66 of 99. And then the Heartbreak Kid on the silver. Austin Theory on the Sensations. And going to end our pack with Tyler Breeze. Welcome in Shakey's Corner. It will break on the same channel. Just click on Hobby Legends and go to our main page. And you should see a thumbnail for the video. Because we do have multiple breaks going off at one time usually. Cody Rhodes on the and new for the American Nightmare. And then another white border. It is going to Katana Chance. And welcome in, Michael. Nothing major for Eddie Guerrero or Bam Bam. We've seen Eddie a couple times on the and new, but that's about it. And just base so far for Bam Bam. Ooh, very nice. That is The Rock on the silver. So very cool. We did see his pops, Rocky Johnson, on some numbered action. And now we found The Rock. Bianca Belair on the die cut. And we do have another autograph coming up. And our ink. Oh, that's a nice one. I guess we took our vitamins today. That is Hulk Hogan on the autograph. Very nice. We found some ink for the Hulkster. And not numbered on the Hulk Hogan auto. And silver behind him is going to Nick Aldis. I am, Timmy. I am. That's why we started ripping some of the Panini products just to get ready for Topps Chrome. We'll get our first look at it tomorrow. And then we have another break on Saturday as well. Jey Uso on the turbocharge. And then a little D-Generation X action. It is X-Pac on the blue. And he is 239 of 249. Yeah, brother. And I think any of us that were born in the 80s, we know Hulk very well. And what's up, Jimmy? And we do have another autograph. Who is going to follow the Hulkster? It is Josh Briggs on the ink. So Briggs is our next spot to strike with an auto. And for Josh, he is 2 of 25 on the autograph. And going to end our pack with Eddie Thorpe on the silver. Mankind on the silver. And going to finish our pack with Rey Mysterio. I know, right? Yeah, he was a thing, man. Hulk was huge. Braun Breaker on the turbocharge. Ooh, and another color blast. This one is going to Tommaso Ciampa. And for Ciampa, he is 22 of 25. Now, somewhere I still have my Hulk Hogan VHS tapes of, I think I had the one where he was battling the Big Boss Man. One of those videotapes I remember my mom buying in the grocery store of all places. Ooh, another good one. Almighty Bobby Lashley on the Color Blast Turbocharged. And he is 2 of 25. So very cool. We have found a lot of parallels to 25 so far. And then Eve Torres on the silver. Nakamura on the silver. And then the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes to finish off our pack. Grayson Waller on the turbocharge. And our numbered action is going to Carl Anderson. And for Mr. Anderson, he is 184 of 249. Solo Sikoa on the Sensations. And silver behind him is going to Nia Jax. Oh, very nice. Which SummerSlam, Jimmy? Who was the headliner on that one? Oh, we do have another autograph. And our ink. Oh, very nice. Another name I know well. Cactus Jack on the autograph. Bang, bang. And for Cactus Jack, not numbered on the ink. But very cool to find another Legends auto. And then Triple H on the silver. Holding his trademark hammer there. Dragon Lee on the and new. And numbered action is going to Ilja Dragunov. And for Dragunov, he is 37 of 99 on the purple. Okay, very nice. So 10 years ago. I gotta imagine John Cena was wrestling in that one 10 years ago. Ooh, we do have another autograph. And our ink. It is a new one. It is Edris Enofe on the autograph. And for him, he is 60 of 99 on the ink. So putting another spot on the board with an auto. And the Dakota Kai on the silver. Oh, very cool. So you got to meet Roman as well. Roddy Piper on the silver. And then speak of the devil, it is Roman Reigns to finish our pack. Now Jimmy's going to have to post a picture. We have to see Jimmy Soto with Roman Reigns. We're going to put it on our Instagram, Jimmy. Nia Jax on the turbocharged. And behind her, we're going to have a red. And that is going to Tyson DuPont on the red. And for Tyson, he is 104 of 175. Seth friggin' Rollins on the silver. And then the Hulkster in the back of the pack. Yeah, we were pumped to see that auto too, Mr. Hogan. Oh, really? Sting. Yeah, I remember him. Mostly from his WCW days. I didn't see him at all in WWE. Ooh, we got another swatch. And that is going to Piper Niven on the red swatch. And for Piper, she is 36 of 99. Followed by Stone Cold Steve Austin. That is one of my faves from the Attitude Era on the silver. Eddie Guerrero on the turbocharged. So a little Guerrero action there. And then numbered going to Charlotte Flair on the blue. And for Charlotte, she is 45 of 199. Having a pretty solid break. I think we've seen 3 numbered cards from her now, plus an autograph. Roxanne Perez on the Sensations. And then Undertaker to finish off our pack. And that looks like the dead man phase of Undertaker. And we have another swatch coming up. And that is going to Carmelo Hayes on the selective swatches. Not numbered for Carmelo. And silver is Gerald Briscoe. Ultimate Warrior on the and new. And numbered action behind him is going to Jade Cargill. And for Jade, she is 106 of 199. Bailey on the and new. And there you go. Very nice. So, Michael, we have found some Bam Bam Bigelow numbered action. And for Bam Bam, he is 70 of 249. So very cool. We saw silver there for Eddie, and now some numbered action for Bam Bam Bigelow. And we do have another redemption coming up. It's going to be a ringside action signature. So that is one of those 2 photo autos with the auto kind of in the right corner. And it is going to Roxanne Perez. So very nice. Roxanne Perez with the ink. And then Dragunov on the silver. Kurt Angle on the silver for our Olympic champion. And then Eve Torres to finish off our pack. Undertaker on the turbocharged. And numbered action behind Taker is going to the $1 Million Man, Ted on the red. And he is 107 of 149. Finding another all-timer there on some numbered action. Bray Wyatt on the turbocharged. And behind Bray, we're going to have some orange. Very cool. Bang, bang again. It is Cactus Jack on the orange. And for Cactus Jack, he is 12 of 49. Carmelo Hayes on the Sensations. And silver is going to Michelle McCool. And we do have another auto coming up. And that is Tyler Breeze on the ink. Not numbered on the Breeze auto. And then Paul Heyman in the back of her pack. One of the great managers in WWE history. Ultimate Warrior. And silver oh, that is numbered on Ultimate Warrior. That is a red to 99. 91 of 99 for Ultimate Warrior. And then Shannon Stacks Lorenzo on the silver. Lita on the silver. And Nia Jax to finish off her pack. So 10 down, 2 to go. Come on, last 2 boxes. Do you have one more ridiculously low card for us? Preferably with some ink. Come on, let's see something 10 or lower. Kurt Angle on the silver, followed by Razor Ramon. It's a little Scott Hall action there. Damian Priest. And going to end our pack with Angelo Dawkins. Undertaker on the turbocharged. And numbered action behind Taker is going to Tiffany Stratton. And for Tiffany, she is 202 of 249. Roxanne Perez on the Sensations. Followed by Mishin on the die cut. Ooh, I think we got something special. Red ringside Going to Bianca Belair on the red ringside action signature. Nice hit for Bianca. And she is 47 of 99. So there you go, Bianca Belair spot. And then silver for Bret the Hitman Hart to finish off our pack. Ultimate Warrior on the and new. And Wendy Richter on the purple. And for Wendy, she is 43 of 99. And we have some ink coming up. And that is going to Shannon Stacks Lorenzo on the auto. Not numbered on the Lorenzo ink. And then we're going to get Booker T on the silver in the back of the pack. And that shot must have been from WCW. It looks like he was holding up the old WCW belt. Bray Wyatt on the turbocharged. And then Thea Hell to end our pack. Carmella Hayes on the Sensations. And red behind Hayes is going to Luca Crucifino on the red. And for Luca, he is 169 of 175. Bailey on the and new. And Ultimate Warrior to finish off our pack. And we got another swatch. That is going to Tommaso Ciampa on the selective swatch. And he is 42 of 99 on the red Spark swatch, actually. And Chief J Strongbow to finish off our pack. Lita on the silver. And behind Lita, we're going to have some numbered action. It is going to the Great Muta. And he is 103 of 199. And that brings us to our final box of the break, everybody. Let's see if we can get a little last box magic. Come on, one more low numbered auto, please, and thank you. Ooh, we're going to start off with some ink. And that is going to Tyler Bate on the autograph. Not numbered on the Tyler Bate ink. So our last auto better be low numbered. And then Nikita Lyons on the silver. Thea Hale on the Sensations. Followed by Eddie Guerrero to finish off our pack. Bret the Hitman Hart on the and new. And green behind him is going to Bubba Ray Dudley. So Bubba strikes again. 30 of 75 for Bubba Ray Dudley. Io Sky on the silver. And behind her, we are going to have a die cut going to Dragon Lee. Oh, and I think this is our final auto. It looks like another base auto. But it is another all-timer. It is Kurt Angle on the ink for our Olympic champion. So congrats to the Kurt Angle spot. We have found you an auto. Not numbered on the Angle ink. And then Ariana Grace on the silver. Liv Morgan on the turbocharged. And behind Liv, we're going to have Batista on the numbered action. And for Batista, he is 104 of 249. Now whenever I see him, I just think of Drax from Guardians of the Galaxy. Dragunov on the Sensations. And nice, a little more Hulkster action. It is Hulk Hogan on the silver. Dragunov on the and new. And going to finish off our pack with Kane. Gorilla Monsoon. That is a blast from the past. Then Sami Zayn on the silver. And our white is going to DDP. Diamond Dallas Page on the white. Dragon Lee on the turbocharged. And Charlie Dempsey to finish off our pack. And we're going to have another swatch. And that is going to Peter Dunn on the selective swatches. And I think that's the first thing of anything we found for Peter. So getting a swatch here at the end. And Roman Reigns on the silver. And that brings us to our final pack of the break. Yokozuna on the silver. And going to end with numbered action for Jey Uso on the red. And he is 92 of 149. All right, let's see how everything shook out in this one. And let's start off with our numbered autos. Lowest auto we found today was the 25 for Josh Briggs and Mr. Stone. Next up, we have all our autos to 99. Leading off with Nikki Cross, Iron Sheik, Jimmy Garvin, Andre Chase, and Edris Enofe. Next up, also to 99, but on the ringside action signatures for Bianca Belair. And also to 99 on the selected swatches auto for The Miz. Next up is all of our base autos, starting with Jada Parker, Kurt Angle, Tyler Bate, Shannon Stacks Lorenzo, Tyler Breeze, Cactus Jack, the Hulkster Hulk Hogan, Bronco Nima, Dexter Loomis, Elton Prince, and Stacy Keibler. And next up is all of our redemption autos. We just put them together. Action signatures for Roxanne Perez. Blue Prism signature for AJ Styles. This one should be numbered. Charlotte Flair on the signatures. And ringside action signatures for Oba Femi. And our lowest parallel, we only got gold one time. But gold to 10 for Nakamura. And I think we got it in our first box too. Next up, we have all our parallels to 25. Ciampa, HBK, Zayn, Wes Lee, and Bret the Hitman Hart. Parallels to 49, starting with Cactus Jack and Ivy Nile. Parallels to 75, leading off with Bubba Ray Dudley, AJ Styles, and Maxine Dupree. Wendy Richter, Dragunov, Paul Bearer, $1 Million Man, and Mankind are all our parallels to 99. Next up is our white borders to 125. Diamond Dallas Page, Katana Chance, British Bulldog, Oba Femi, and Thea Hale. Next up, parallels to 149. Leading off with Jey Uso, Kerry Sane, Bruno, and the $1 Million Man. Parallels to 175. Luca Crucifino, Tyson DuPont, Undertaker, CM Punk, and Carmen Petrovic. Next up is our parallels to 199. The Great Muta, Jade Cargill, Charlotte Flair, Rocky Johnson, Chelsea Green, Ultimate Warrior, and Theodore Long. Parallels to 249, leading off with Batista, Bam Bam Bigelow, Tiffany Stratton, Carl Anderson, X-Pac, John Cena, Bubba Ray, Great Khali, Tori Wilson, Solo Sikoa, and Tiffany Stratton. And then some of our shorter printed stuff. Man, a very nice one for Triple H. And we did find one zebra, and it went to Roman Reigns on the zebra. Huge hit for the Reigns spot. And... oh, also...
Those are the inserts.
And also some of the insert numbered action. Turbocharged for Bobby Lashley to 25. Triple H to 49. Ultimate Warrior to 99. And finally, Braun Breaker on the Turbocharge, also to 99. And then some of our swatches. Ciampa, Braun Breaker. And those are both the 49. And then Wes Lee, Gunther, Ciampa again. And those three, I should say, are to 99. And finally, Thea Hale. And she is not numbered. And the rest of our swatches. Big E to 49. Piper Niven to 99. And then the rest of these are not numbered. AJ Styles, Ivar, Carmelo Hayes, and Peter Dunne. And that is going to do it for this one. We do have one more WWE break today at 1:30 Pacific time, 4:30 East Coast time. So whether you're in that one or not, come back to the channel and come hang out while we rip some WWE. Thanks, everybody, and we will see y'all next time. Bye.